Hi and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel and we're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. Tonight I have a couple of special interviews. Not only are these nonprofit organizations in our area, but the people involved, some of them are actual volunteers here at MetroEast. So it's with great pleasure that I'm going to introduce you to Jeff Crowder, who is the president of Crowdertainment. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here again.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And Jose Alonso, the vice president-elect of Crowdertainment.
Yes, ma'am. My pleasure.
Thanks for being here. So, Crowdertainment has been very active lately. You're a brand new nonprofit.
Yes.
And why don't you tell the people that maybe missed a previous interview with you exactly what it is your organization does?
Oh, I'd be glad to. Yeah, basically what we do is we are a nonprofit on-stage and film production company. We really work with kids. We love working with kids, and we want to get kids in our community involved in just film projects. And it includes writing, directing, acting, learning how to sing and dance.
Wow.
And everything, and learning how to run the cameras.
See, that's great. I think a lot of times when people think about entertainment, and that the on-stage thing, they think only of the acting part of it. They don't think of all the other things that come, behind the scenes and all the other parts of it. So that's really great to introduce kids to that and give them something else to do besides sit home and play video games.
Right. Or roam the streets.
Or roam the streets, exactly, exactly. And you have kids, and I know that your kids have been very active in your projects.
They love it. One of the biggest things, one of their biggest thrills is to come down to the studio and participate in one of the crazy projects I've got going on.
Well, you did a show here, and Jose, you were involved in the show that Jeff was doing here. All About Kids, was that?
All About Kids.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Yeah. So is that how? So what did you do with Crowdertainment, or what did you do on that particular show?
All About Kids. I was the master of ceremonies. Did a lot of introductions. And
because you have that voice,
that
golden voice.
I suppose I do. So did a lot of that, and just involving folks that I know to help out whenever possible.
It's a fun volunteer project, isn't it?
I love volunteering. It really, it's it's kind of rewarding. Not a lot of people have a lot of money, and not just that, but there's a lot of people who don't have the skills or the background to actually get good paying jobs doing this, but it's fun doing,
Well, and not only is it fun, but like you mentioned, as far as getting jobs, once you have some experience doing this, I mean, you can come here to MetroEast and learn how to do a lot of this stuff. That's what we do, and we're a nonprofit too. But to be able then to use it on a project such as yours, even outside of here, is really great. So, what do you have going on now?
Well, currently we are in full-time fundraising mode. We have to have a basic operating budget, and that's our biggest goal right now. We're going to start filming again probably in February. We're looking out towards February. Okay. And right now we are going to have the After the Madness sale.
After the Madness, okay.
It originally started off as a dance. I kind of wanted to have like a dance at the end of the month, but I figured, it's going to be competing with Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, biggest shopping day of the year, and I thought,
And it is a crazy day.
Who wants to compete with that?
Yeah, if I figured, if you can't beat them, join them. So we're going to have, right now we're trying to get a Santa Claus. And there's going to be a professional juggler.
Oh, is that, you do that,
Yeah, we're going to have balloon animals, face painting for the kids, and magic tricks, and all kinds of neat stuff. And
so what are you referring to when you say After the Madness? After the
Black Friday, After the Madness. Yeah.
See, I'd much rather go to that than the Black Friday sales. I can't deal with all that.
This will be a good big door inside event. It'd be nice and dry, warm, and it'd be like one of the biggest indoor garage sales. And local vendors. We're getting a lot of local artists to contribute and set up booths. So
it's a garage sale. It's a place where you can do some shopping, maybe for those Christmas presents that you haven't gotten yet, and in a much more pleasant atmosphere than some of those crazy stores.
Find a few more unique items out there than you normally would.
Do you know who some of the vendors are yet, Jose, or do you?
We have not quite gotten
still nailing them
everyone,
down,
but we're trying to get a few different folks. Maybe got a fellow that specializes in unique haircuts. Maybe something different.
Something maybe you could do right there.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
Hand out coupons.
I need a haircut. I'd be willing to be a guinea pig. So, what do you plan to do at the event? Do you know?
I'm gonna contribute my time with my wife and my kids. We're all gonna go.
Oh,
and
good.
We're actually gonna be part of the face painting.
Oh, you are?
Crew. Yeah, and I'm also gonna be at the Crowdertainment table and booth and hand out information and
So you'll probably be doing a little bit of whatever you need to be
Yeah,
doing,
wherever
right?
I need to be, I'll
Yeah,
be there.
Yeah. So where is this and when is this?
Okay.
Oh, I know when it is. It's the day after, but give me times
November
and details.
30th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right in a good time, good slot.
And this is on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday, the day after Black Friday.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And it will be at the Russellville Grange Hall.
Okay.
It's 121st and Prescott, Northeast Prescott.
Right, right. And that's a good location.
You've
had something else.
That was
there
our last
before.
event.
Yeah.
And it was real nice. The filming event there turned out really, really good.
Tell me a little bit about that, because I remember you were on talking about that event where you were. It was right around Halloween.
Yeah, it was. It was a Halloween bash.
Yeah. So you kind of work your fundraisers around other holidays and. And you know that's not a bad idea.
Well,
so tell me how that went.
It went great. We had a big turnout, lots of kids. We gave away a lot of candy, thanks to Vistar. As a nice donation from our company that we work for, Vistar Northwest.
So you have that connection too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but they're really generous. They gave us a bunch of candy and stuff, and we had prizes. You know, the best dressed costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
And we did some filming. One of our lead actors was on stage, and he sang quite a few original songs that he wrote just for the movie.
Oh, how great!
So we're gonna put that in our soundtrack.
Is this an adult, a young adult,
He's
or is
17. No, he's about 17.
That's pretty, that's young adult.
It is, yeah, but he's really talented.
Wow,
and,
that's great. That's
So,
great.
but he loves like rhythm and blues and rock and roll.
I
And,
do too. I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm looking forward to that.
And so many kids today, you know, like they like the hip hop, and that's okay. I mean, I can't knock it because we have our dancers were there too. And they were tremendous.
And I've seen a short snippet of video of some of those dancers, and they were amazing.
They're pretty skilled, all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do.
So were you at that event?
I was.
Yeah.
I took all my children. My wife and I have 8.
You have 8 children?
Total.
Wow.
So we took all of them.
One on the way.
And,
really?
Yes, and another one on the way. So
oh boy.
We took them all, and it was fun. They were all kids running around dressed up, and
yeah,
it was good.
Scott was there.
Time.
Scott Bourne, our
Good,
director.
good. Another, who
Yes.
used to work on this show. He was my floor director for quite a long time here on this show.
He's floor director.
Yeah. So, so this is always a family event. Whatever you're doing is pretty much always a family event.
It's always going to be a family event. Fun for the whole family, and we try to make it fun because I'm a clown, professional clown.
Yes, I was going to say yes. I know that about you, Jeff.
But you know, I can't help but try to have fun. You know, everything has got to be fun. I mean, what's the point in going if you're not going to have fun?
Yeah.
I
think
stay at home and watch
I
TV,
agree. If it's not fun, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Keeps your interest going.
Yeah, it does. Jose, how did you? I know that you and Jeff work together, so I know you got into it through that. But do you have a background in entertainment yourself?
I actually do not.
So this is a new kind of experience for you. Are you enjoying it?
I was a little nervous at first when we filmed the All About Kids show.
Yeah.
Being in front of the camera, it was.
But you became a natural real quick. Didn't you?
caught on pretty quick.
Yeah.
And
what about your kids? Are any of those kids old enough to be involved in the movie or any of that?
I do. They range from 4 all the way up to 10.
Okay.
And I have some of my kids. A couple of my kids like to dance and sing. So.
Now, do you still have any parts open in the movie? Are there still parts that you're trying to fill?
We've got a lot of parts open.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes, we do.
So. Tell me about that. If somebody is interested in auditioning to be in the movie or wants to be an extra, what do they need to know?
I would say we keep everything up to date on our Facebook page, Filmed in Portland.
Filmed in Portland is your Facebook page.
Facebook page, and
I have.
And we have links to everything. And yes, we're going to have more auditions after the first of the year. We're going to try to let the dust settle. Everybody's gotten the holiday mode, and Christmas coming up, and
that's a good time to
we're going to do our family thing too.
Yeah.
We're going to do Christmas tree and all that stuff.
Y'all have you both have between you two, you have a pretty good brood, you know.
A little army going on there.
Yeah. So, but we're going to start. We're going to regroup and focus on towards the end of January, and we're going to start filming again in February. But we're going to start having auditions again, and sometime in late January. Haven't quite nailed it down yet. I've come across another place that it's just an incredible place to film. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're expanding. I can't really say a lot about it right now because nothing's set in stone.
You have to wait till it's all inked on the dotted
Work
line.
in progress. We gotta solidify something.
Yeah.
Jose, tell me a little bit about some of the performers in this movie that you're doing, and tell me the name of the movie. Can you do you remember the name of the movie? Because I know it. Isn't I Know the DJ?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is. I Know the DJ.
Sorry to put you on the spot there.
No,
but
no, it is. I Know the
long day
DJ.
at work.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
Yeah, straight here from work.
But you've seen some of the performers. Obviously, the singer, and you've seen the dancers that were.
The dancers are good. And they're young guys. They're real talented. They do this new style, which is a type of robotic kind of.
I love that. I think it's so great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
passing the energy on, the way they move.
Yeah.
I think I like it so well because it's something I can't imagine ever being able to do. And I took years of dance, but I can't imagine moving that way. And it's very creative.
It is. It is. It's a very good art form. I love it.
Yeah.
And you left out two main characters. Yeah.
Yes, we're the detectives on the show
you're,
as well,
good.
on the film as well. Yeah.
Oh, you two make such a pair, I tell you. Are you going to get sick of each other after all this, you know?
No. He's okay.
Yeah, you can put up with each other, huh?
We've known each other for a while now. And
Yeah, that's great.
We get along pretty well.
What about ages of people that are going to be in this movie that you're doing? What's the age range of people that could audition or possibly be in it?
Well, specifically, we're trying to work with kids from ages 12 on up.
12 and up, okay.
However, we're willing to make exceptions. I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule. Like, I have two girls, 10 and 8, and I want
going
them
on
to
14 and 8.
Yeah, they're going
to. Yeah, they're great kids.
Yeah, my older son, my son who's older. Yeah, he's 13. He's gonna play a small role in the movie too.
Good.
But I want the girls to be in there somewhere.
They're kind of hams anyway, so.
Yeah.
They've helped us do a few projects here, and they were just naturals.
Yeah.
What about extras? Can you use extras of any age?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
usually extras are background people. I mean, even somebody like me.
Supposedly, I've been trying to find them. I haven't found them yet, but there's like a couple of kids, like 8, 9 years old, that break dance.
Oh,
and they spin around their heads and stuff. And I got to get that on film.
Yeah,
it's got to be in the movie.
So if people have a special talent, of any kind, they still have an opportunity to be involved in this.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to think about, we're going to dedicate 40 minutes of film to just dance and dance competitions and stuff. We're going to have, and because part of the movie is going to be based on, these people going to dance competitions, and there's like turmoil and stuff and stuff, and
it's their passion and their way of expressing themselves is through dance. So we got to focus on that.
And there's so many dancers in Portland.
There are.
We're here to expose them, put them on film.
That's great, because it's hard to get. I mean, it's hard to break into the entertainment industry, and so even if this is the only entertainment, business that they're ever involved in, they won't ever forget it.
And exactly.
It'll be a great thing. And like you were saying, keeping them off the streets and giving kids something positive to do, and maybe giving them something to do they never ever thought about doing before.
Just want to empower the kids.
Empowering everyday kids, and hope. Give them hope, something to look forward to. Before we wrap up, tell me a little bit. I know you're talking about doing fundraising and how you need money. Is there we can't say prices on the air, but is there a fee for going to the After the Madness? Will there be a charge for people going to that? Well, it's going to be free.
It's going to be free.
People who want to come and check it out, you can always go to our events and just go in and check it out for free.
And if people do want to donate, and they can go to the Filmed in Portland website, would that be a good place to start to find out how to donate?
That would be a good place to start. We got links to everything.
Okay.
But we're looking for vendors too. If there's any vendors out there who want to lease like a 10 by 10 spot.
Okay, so it is a small fee for leasing that spot, and then they that makes total sense.
We are looking for vendors.
Good,
anybody, and if you have a yard sale, rather than trying to have a yard sale in the rain, bring it inside, and we're having, we'll have
okay.
clowns, and we'll have balloon animals, and
That'd be a
Right.
lot more fun, I tell you.
Yeah.
I know some people I need to put in touch with you. So.
Gives vendors opportunity to expand their customer base as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a time of year where I know there's a lot of bazaars and things going on this time of year, but they fill up fast, and there's a lot of people out there that have really cool things, handmade things, and that.
No,
and whatnot.
absolutely.
That'd be a good opportunity.
I love the Saturday market.
So I know who
Yeah.
does. I know.
It's awesome.
I do too. Yeah, well, it's personalized stuff. I mean, it's it's not like everybody else has. So that's cool. Good. Is there anything else we should know? I know we've got the. Let's see, the Russellville Grange Hall on about 121st and Northeast Prescott.
Yes.
And that's on November 30th, which is a Saturday from 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
Right? Okay. And so come one, come all, but if they're interested in being a vendor or a vendor participate somehow, or, contact
Contribute
you.
some time
Yeah.
to help out. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And you're probably always looking for people to help out a little bit.
we can
too.
always use
every
volunteers,
every
yeah.
nonprofit you use volunteers, yeah.
Yeah.
But if people are interested in being part of the DJ movie project, then either as an extra or as an actor, dancer, singer, baton twirler, I don't know, whatever,
all of
then go ahead and go on the website, Filmed in Portland.
Excuse me.
All the information.
Yeah, Facebook. That's the
Facebook.
easiest way to find us. Filmed in Portland on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Absolutely.
Yes, Facebook. Yeah, good. Thank you both. Thank you, Jose. It's wonderful to see you here. Thank you, Jeff. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, thank you.
And if anybody has any questions about it, you know where to go. We said it enough times, so check them out on Facebook. Filmed in Portland, Crowdertainment. They're doing good things for your kids in your community. So stick with us. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Community media is priceless.
Valuable.
Community media lets you tell your story to fit your needs.
My favorite thing about community media is it's got to be the people's shows.
I think my favorite one is Karaoke Oli.
Oh, Karaoke Oli's a good one.
We sing live karaoke on TV for an hour.
Hamster versus Monster.
Nap Time with Kittens.
Community media brings programming like Chambers of Commerce, the Faith Community.
Psycho Chicken.
Do you have any UFO shows?
No, I wish we did.
I would like one of those too.
Yeah.
Children's programs, high school sporting events, and of course the ubiquitous city council meetings.
Only when we hear from folks in their own voices with their own stories can we truly connect.
Have you ever wanted to create a TV show of your own? Come check out the basic editing class at MetroEast. Our trainers will give you the skills you need to flex your creative muscles. Using our state-of-the-art IMAX and Final Cut Pro 10, you can work with your own videos, add graphics and music, and even drop in cool special effects like green screen and slow motion. The best part? No experience is required. All ages and skill levels are welcome. Find out more on our website at metroeast.org.
KZME Radio is a new station that is committed to entertain, inspire, and connect our community through programming that celebrates local music, arts, and culture. It was created to put local music and local arts on local radio, and it is a vehicle for our creative community to gain exposure while also celebrating what the Portland metro area has to offer.
I
search for things.
Hi, I'm Allie Wesley, and I love KZME because it's a great resource to find out about awesome music in our community. They have hip-hop and pop and chamber folk and pretty acoustic music, and they have everything that we have in Northwest. You should support KZME to support these local artists and the awesome music that you can find.
For more information on how to support and get involved with 107.1 FM KZME Radio, see our website, www.1071fm.org. KZME Radio, music where you live.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. And now, like I mentioned before, we have the pleasure of having another nonprofit organization that's in our area here. But one of the guests is actually one of our volunteers here at MetroEast. So, Justin Rue, so nice to have you here.
Hello.
Justin is the founder of Rue Bikes, and we'll talk about that a little more in a minute. And Sandra Parker, you're the director of East Hill Warming Shelter with East Hill Church.
Mm-hmm. Open Hand.
Open Hand Warming Shelter. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Mm-hmm. Sandra, if you don't mind, I'd like to start with you. Normally, we talk only with nonprofits, and East Hill has really been kind of a, I don't know what the word is to say. You've been I don't know what the word is. In this community, everybody knows East Hill Church. They're involved in so many different ways. It's not just a church. You have programs of all kinds, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Can you tell me just a little bit about that, about some of the things that you do in the community?
Well, we have activity classes for children who are from birth to 5 years old, and middle school. We have high school programs. We also donate our time. In fact, this Saturday we'll be donating our time to Gresham High School, where we do cleanup.
Nice.
And help there. We also have, as you know, the Open Hand Warming Shelter for people who have no homes or have need, and we work with them, and on Thursdays we feed them.
That's right. That's great.
From 1 to 6.
From 1 to 6. That's quite a long time, actually. Yeah.
Well, they can sleep and watch TV and shoot pool.
Oh, how
we
great.
have a pool table.
Oh, good. Okay, now I want to hear a little bit more about that. But don't you find this is one of my little pet project things. I really think it's important for kids to learn how to give back to their community and be of service to their community. And it sounds like you get kids involved fairly young, and you know, not only in the classes, but do you find that to be true? Do you get kids involved in a lot of your service work that you do?
Yes, in fact, this morning we baked cookies for tomorrow, Thursday.
For the meal that you serve on Thursdays.
And a young lady, she's 7 years old, wanted to come in and with her family and help pay, make cookies. And she hadn't done that before, and so I asked her, could she read? And she said, oh, yes. So she kind of got a little stuck, but we helped her with the eggs and things like that.
So she
baked
helped
cookies.
make, see, that's great.
She made 3 different batches of cookies.
And did she understand who she was making them for?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And she said, I think I'll make them a little bit bigger because they get very hungry.
Oh, see, that's so great. I think that's really, really important, and I think that's wonderful that you're doing that. So tell me a little bit about the warming shelter. It's open hands, and
open hand.
Okay, open hand. Okay, it's not just a shelter though. You obviously feed them. Tell me about the program.
The whole program is so people who have no homes, they can come in and rest. We have Davenports where they can sit and watch movies. They can play pool. We have a professional pool table, and in fact, they taught us how. So you and I would challenge 2 fellas and probably beat them.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt.
I'm sure. And so we do that. We talk. We visit.
It's just kind of a safe,
it's
warm,
a very
dry
safe,
place to
very
to
safe.
come.
It has rules. We do have rules, and everyone seems to be okay with those rules.
Good.
And they come in. We feed between anywhere 25 sometimes to 70. It depends on
Every
the
week?
weather. Once a week. Wow. And our church family, there's different people who donate the food, which makes it very nice for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the church is very much concerned and involved.
And so the people that are preparing the food are church members then?
Oh, yeah. And they volunteer and give their time. Nice. And it could take anywhere from 9:30 in the morning till 2, 3, depends on what we're going to have for later evening.
So what's for meal tomorrow?
Tomorrow is lima bean and ham hock soup.
Oh, really? I like that.
Oh, yeah. And then we have crackers or biscuits. And our snack is going to be sausage and cheese and crackers.
Oh, nice. Oh, you have a snack too.
And then we have a huge tray of, you name the cookie, we'll try to do it for you.
I love that. That sounds like fun. Well, that's great. That's a good hearty meal for a kind of a wintry day.
Yeah. And then Thanksgiving, another group came to us and asked, that belonged to the church. They came and asked us if they could help, and they had a lot of children too, and we said yes, because the boys, they're 10 and 12 years old, they can help set up chairs and all kinds of things.
Clear the tables, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, and they're willing.
Yeah,
so
take the trash out.
And so they said, we do Thanksgiving dinner each year. Our church has okayed that, and so...
And it's on Thursday when you're going to do dinner anyway.
Yeah,
so.
We're usually closed, but the church stays open for that particular thing.
Good, good.
So
how many people do you expect to get for the Thanksgiving dinner?
Probably 60, maybe more. But if you had no family, and you were, even though you had your home and everything, but you didn't have a family, our church would want you to come and just eat with us and enjoy. Turkey it up.
That's great. Turkey it up. I like that. That's great. So Justin, how did you come to be involved with this? And tell me about your project. You were with Rue Bikes.
That's right.
Rue being your last name.
Yep, Rue is my last name, and it's also French for street. So together it means street bikes. But I owned a retail store in a neighborhood in North Portland called the Bike Lab. And there we had a full tool library where clients would come in and rent tools, and then I would teach them how to build a bike from the ground up.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And basically we had a frame gallery there, and the clients would come in and choose their frame, and I would do a full fitting for them and measure them and make sure that it was going to suit their needs. And then
I never ever thought about doing that. My daughter just got a bike, and she said they measured her arms, they measured everything.
There's a lot of math and science that goes into it, but I won't get into that right now. It's just, so I had a heart for teaching people how to do their own bicycle maintenance from the ground up, to give them a sense of ownership and an identity with their bike.
That's great.
So we had a program there where I worked with kids and taught them how to do the bike maintenance, and they would volunteer, and in return, they would get their free bike of choice. They could choose their own bike.
Nice deal.
In the process, I found myself called to doing more nonprofit work, and I just cared a lot more about the people than I did really about the profit. So our margin was really close every month, and I was working 60 hours a week, and I decided to close the retail store because I was called into doing more of a service to the community instead of trying to profit.
So what does Rue Bikes do now? I know you're working now out of the East Hills location.
That's
correct?
right. East Hill was sort of our first regular gig. I had the idea that we would do mobile bike clinics, which means I bring my tools and my stand and everything I need to do basic maintenance and repairs, and going into day shelters and soup kitchens locally here in Gresham.
So for those people, perhaps homeless people or people who are at a lower income level that use their bikes a lot, is that kind of what you're
That's
doing?
right.
And need basic bike repair, but maybe can't afford it?
Yes,
or don't know how to do
that's absolutely right. My goal mainly, I realized that a lot of the clients that came into my shop were homeless in the wintertime, and so I did a lot of pro bono work. But their bikes are extremely unsafe and dangerous. And so I had a calling to take care of the transportation end of that need to help them get to work. And actually through our clinic, we basically were doing maintenance while she was serving the lunch.
Oh, perfect. You know, you brought some pictures, or you provided
me
some pictures.
Yeah,
so let's take a look at those. Maybe you can tell us, okay,
sure.
what are we looking at here? This is
that's the front of the East Hill facility there, and I'm kind of off in the background, but these are a couple of our clients and some of their bikes, and they're sitting out in front of the building.
So do people bring their bikes into you, or you... Well, you can explain
They
this
do. I have the stand set up right in front of the building,
Okay.
so they come in to eat lunch. And
so did this gentleman bring his bike
He did.
in?
He brought that bike in, and we did a full wheel true on that and fixed the brakes and a tune-up. In about 45 minutes, the bike went from not functioning to being perfect. So.
And a charge to him?
No charge.
No charge.
Zero.
No charge.
There I am on the left side truing a wheel. That's a big part of the work we do.
What does truing mean?
That means the wheel gets a wobble to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because a lot of people end up getting a flat tire and they ride on the rim. And then so it comes out of true, and then I tighten the spokes and make it true again.
It's like
and
tuning a piano. You just
yes, it's like tuning a piano. You just tighten the spoke and it brings the rim right back into place. So that's that.
That's great. So people bring their bikes in. And are a lot of people in the homeless community using bikes for transportation? Is that getting more and more common, you think?
Yeah, it's their main mode of transport.
Really?
Oftentimes, their only real possession is their bicycle.
Oh, wow.
So with Rue Bikes, I created a program where we not only do the maintenance, but in the future, we're going to be offering trailers for them.
Oh, great, because
sleeping bags.
If they're homeless, they have to take their stuff with them everywhere.
Exactly. They have to make a camp every night. And I don't know if you've ever tried to make a camp, you know, in the rain. It's miserable.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if you don't have the right gear. So I have a heart to give them everything they need to be sustainable in their camp, which means a sleeping bag, a tarp, a tent, and then a little camp stove so they can make a meal.
That's great. I like that. I like that. And so East Hill provides you a space to do that.
That's right. Yeah.
And so how does that work? How do you work together? Because you said sometimes that there are some of the people that are, you know, your clients that are coming for meals or the warming shelter, then they're also using the bike services. They come for one and hear about the other, or vice versa. How does that happen?
I think they had been coming to the warming shelter for quite a while.
How long has it been going on?
Oh, the warming shelter's been on for maybe 7-8 years.
Oh, okay, that's quite a long time.
Yes.
So they're probably pretty well known
and it's not all the same people, because we try very hard to see, can we find jobs? Is there some way we can help?
Okay, so you actually try to help people find jobs. I mean, that's...
We've got 17 jobs so far.
Oh, nice.
And 14 people have rededicated their lives.
Nice.
So that makes it really nice. Yeah. And we really had a surprise when he came. There was a fella, and he was sitting, and he'd come quite a bit, and his family, and he was sitting down. I said, well, where's your family? And he said, Sandra, I've lost everything. We finally lost the car, and I was supposed to be at work today at 3, but, you know, I said, my goodness, can't you walk? Can't you get a bus pass? And he said, I can't, Sandra. He said, if I had a bike, maybe. And Justin was repairing bicycles, and so this girl and I went into the church, and we prayed, and we came back out after 20 minutes, and here was a fella, and he says, I've got 2 bikes I'm going to donate here.
How
Guess
great
who
is
got
that?
the 2 got one bicycle, And he got on it and took off and went to work. And the fellow behind him was in the same situation, and we had known about that, but we didn't know what to do until he came along repairing bicycles, which made it perfect.
How great is
and
that?
So
everything
we gave him the second book.
The way it needed to. Yeah. So, Justin, if people have old bikes, or can they donate them to you? Would you be open to that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because if you can't fix the bike, you could use the parts, I imagine.
Yep, that's right. Well, right now, basically, any bike that comes in, I fix it and make it fully functional and find a home for it.
Probably a whiz, isn't he?
That day, literally, the day that something gets donated, I find a home for it. Nothing really sits around because there are a lot of people that need bikes very badly.
So how do you find the people to give the bikes to? How do you know who needs bikes?
Well, I have a waiting list right now of about 5 people that have asked of me to get a bike for them.
And these are people that cannot afford to get their own bikes.
That's right, yeah. They're people that are either really low income or homeless, you know,
So are you able, if they are interested, are you able to teach them some of the basic bike maintenance?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that part of your package deal here?
It is part of the package deal. Usually when I do a tune-up, I show them the basics.
Yeah.
So the derailleur has set screws, and I show them how to tighten the certain screws so that the derailleur will shift properly, and then I show them how to adjust the brakes, which are very simple repairs that everyone needs to do, and then from that, they can then take care of their own needs, because my real goal is to make someone sustainable, to get people out of the cycle of depending on the system, so they can change their lives and get back into it. And I feel like the bicycles is a way that they can feel like they have control over a certain aspect of their life, and then that carries over into everything
they own something, they have the power to get to a job, or their interviews, or whatever else they need to go to. Yeah, it would give them some independence that they may not have had previously. That's great.
And East Hill's very much into seeing that people can get, you know, back on their feet. And
well,
what can they do?
Tough recession for
you
people.
Bet it
and
has.
there's been a lot of people that have never ever had to use the system, and never had to rely on government assistance or anything else, that are finding themselves in that predicament and really aren't comfortable with that.
That's
right. 9,000 people a day become homeless.
Oh my goodness.
9,000. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
It's nationwide.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So it sounds like you're both doing your part.
Well, we've been blessed with a lot of people around us, like you, different people in the city of Gresham, that are willing to come and help.
So tell me how people can help. If somebody, obviously, like you said, Justin, if somebody has a bike that they wanted to donate, they could bring it to you. How do we best get a hold of you?
You can find me on Facebook, just Facebook Rue Bikes, and then there's a link to
R-U-E.
That's right, R-U-E-B-I-K-E-S with a space in between, and then there's a link to the website on there.
Okay.
And then you can contact me via the website.
Okay. And do you need more volunteers or donations, anything
we're
like that?
always open. When you're feeding 70 people, that's a lot of people to feed. And we do soup, chili, and stew, like I told you, and we do it homemade, so that it's really good.
I love that. I just made a huge stew the other night with a whole bunch of vegetables in it. It's so good. It's just such good, hearty fare.
And it's cold out there.
I know, and that warms you from the inside.
We also give out socks, so that people can have a change of their socks, and we try to get mittens too.
Yeah. So if people want to donate, if you have a scout troop out there that wants to, knit a bunch of socks, and if they have
that would be fun.
Because I like it when the kids do that.
Oh, I
when they
do
want
too.
to get involved and do that kind of thing.
And our people enjoy the children.
Yeah.
They think it's neat that they would care.
Well, and they should care, but that's something you have to model and show them.
That's right.
Show them what's important. So that's great. Anything else that we should know about East Hill, about the Open Hand Ministries, the Warm and Shelter, about Rue Bikes that we haven't covered today?
Our clinics are every Thursday,
and
we run the shelter as well as the bike clinics between 1 and 6.
So if somebody was maybe they were low income, but they didn't feel like maybe they really qualified for your free service, and they wanted to come in, and would you fix their bike and accept a donation?
Absolutely, yeah.
Whatever.
I would accept a donation, and anyone can come for help. And even if you just have an interest in learning, even if you're not low income, you can come and watch. And I'd be happy, because we're going to be looking for volunteers to start doing some of this as we make more clinics in the community.
Wonderful. Good. Well, you're doing
And
good
with me,
things.
if you're hungry, come on.
I love it. I love it. And that mystery cookie favorite. Yeah,
we're
totally.
open for those things.
I like that.
And
Right.
East Hill has been so wonderful in participating, helping, and making sure everything goes well.
Yeah, they're very open. Very open and welcoming.
Well, it's a come as you are, you
yeah,
know. They love you just the way you are.
That's the way to be. I like that. Thank you both very much for being here,
Thank you
Sandra
for
and
inviting
Justin. I
us.
appreciate it. Justin, I'll see you back here at MetroEast sometime.
Great.
Sandra, you're welcome anytime if you want to come learn how to
Bring some
be on the other
cookies,
side.
right?
Yeah, bring your cookies. You're
I
welcome
am. I'm
anytime.
going to bring some cookies, then you can tell me which ones you like.
Okay.
And maybe
Just the cookie. I like that.
Yeah, maybe you like brownies.
Maybe I like
we
all
do
that
those
stuff.
We'll bring a big platter, I think.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us here from Community Hotline tonight. It was fun having a couple of our MetroEast volunteers showing what they do in the community, not only here at this nonprofit, but in other organizations around the area. So we will be back here next week at the same time. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll see you then.